Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what expectations does he have about you for the person on your mind. So the reason I'm doing this reading is because sometimes, people have certain expectations about us or that they want us to meet, but they don't necessarily express that to us. And yeah, I guess let's just see what comes up here for you. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pick whichever pile you are most drawn to when you're having your person in mind. So for pile 1, we have the rose quartz crystal with the crystal magic tarot. For pile 2, we have the red cat's eye heart with the tarot of the divine. And for pile number 3, we have Unakite with the light seers tarot. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is standing out to you the most, and that will be your pile for today. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the crystal magic tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what expectations does he have about you. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So let's start shuffling your cards to see what comes out for you. If you like tarot content and if you like this reading, please also consider hitting the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on what I post daily. So spirit guides of pile number 1, spirit guides of pile number 1s. What expectations does the person on their mind have about them? What expectations does the person on their mind have for pile number 1? So we have the 9 of Cups with Kunzite. We have the 10 of Pentacles with Emerald. And we have the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse with Bloodstone. Okay. So it's really interesting that we see food here. And I was smelling food as I got to your reading. And, if any of these expectations don't match up to what you want to do, you don't have to do them. But this is just the reading. So I don't know. Do you like to cook? Does he cook? I don't know. Like, maybe there's an expectation here surrounding cooking or, doing housework of some kind. I'm just kind of getting that vibe with the 10 of Pentacles, and she's sitting in her home. She has this food over here. And with the 2 of Pentacles reverse, it's kind of like, I'll take care of my part, you take care of your part. Like, I don't expect you to do the things I need to do. So, I don't know what type of dynamic you have. I don't know if some of you share those responsibilities or chores, or if you even live with this person. But even if you don't live with this person, maybe they have an expectation of that in the future. And there's nothing wrong with cooking for your man if you want to do so, but if you don't want to, I also understand. But it's almost like he expects that he has his own things he needs to do and take care of in terms of the responsibilities, and you will too, where it's not imbalanced, where you're both putting in work and effort. With the bees here, I'm seeing like effort, work, things like that. So I don't know if some of you are housewives and or if some of you work from home. But the vibe it's giving me here is like, I'll provide, you take care of the home, the kids. I'm just getting that traditional sort of vibe from this pile. If you do not resonate with it and this person's never said that to you, then this may not be your pile, but just see if the other messages resonate. If this doesn't resonate, just discard it. So it feels like there's certain expectations around work and, you both fulfilling whatever you need to do. So if you're working and they're taking care of the home, take it however it resonates. If you're both working, then the expectation is maybe that there's a sort of feeling of you both bringing money to the household so that you have enough to share. That's what I'm getting from the Ten of Pentacles. With the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, he has certain expectations of where he wants to be in the future with you and your connection. I feel like he wants something more serious with you since the Ten of Pentacles is here. And he expects loyalty with a dog because dogs remind me of loyalty. And he also expects, he wants you guys to reach that milestone of where he wants to be in your connection. Like he wants to take your connection seriously and expects the same. He expects both of you to be on the same page about what you both want, where it's not like there's differences of, oh, I want this, but I want this. You know what I mean? So let's say he wants kids. He kind of expects for you to be on the same page, or let's say he wants to get married or live together, like that kind of energy. It doesn't have to be that, but I'm using that as an example. Of course, if you don't agree with any of these expectations, you don't have to meet them, but this is just a reading. So we have the Devil with Amethyst. We have Judgment with Amazonite. We have the Three of Pentacles with Crucifix. I'm hearing that Instagram reel that's like, that's my, something like, that's my man, thank you to my man. Is it like that? I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but maybe that represents gratitude for the things he does. Because I feel like he doesn't mind doing things for you, but he expects a thank you and like a gratitude from it. And I'm also seeing there is an expectation here, like we have to try to work together as a team. Even when we both get triggered, we need to try to get past the ego and try to work together as a team in this kind of couple connection and remain hopeful even when times get tough or hard. That is his expectation towards you. He also expects you to love yourself, and because with the Devil here, we see her looking in the mirror. So I kind of feel the sense of like, I want you to look at yourself and see the beauty I see in you. I want you to look at yourself and see the beauty that I see, like through my eyes. So something about that is coming through. He has this expectation that he wants you to do what makes you comfortable. So, if dressing up and getting all glammed up makes you comfortable, or wearing certain things makes you comfortable and makes you feel confident, he doesn't want to be controlling and take that away from you. And if you don't feel like dressing up or doing that, like he's also okay with that. So he kind of expects you to just be yourself, where he'll accept you as you are with no judgment. And even when you guys don't see eye to eye, he expects that you try to sort of compromise with each other. He expects you both to try to work through your emotions together, or, try to see and validate the other person's emotions so that you can understand each other and not react to it harshly. I'm not saying you do, but he expects that from the both of you to sort of make each other feel seen. Even in moments where you are triggered or get angry at each other or argue, it's like he wants you both to be able to move past that. What else? What are his expectations when it comes to pile 1? So we have the Five of Cups with pink tourmaline. We have Strength with carnelian. We have the Queen of Cups with morganite. So, although there's this expectation I said before of like, you take care of your responsibilities, I take care of mine, and we make sure we meet that. He does also still give you grace, like if you can't. Um, so let's say, for example, both of you are working and you're really tired and you come home and you're just too tired to do the dishes. Maybe you do them and you do the chores and it's like maybe this day you're just too tired to do the dishes. He also expects you to sort of speak up for yourself in those moments and not feel bad or guilty for allowing yourself to rest or do self-care when you need it, of course. Um, in a sense where I feel like this man likes a submissive woman, but he doesn't want to sort of control you into being submissive. I don't know if that's bad or good, but it's just what I'm seeing. But he also doesn't want you to be too submissive where you're ignoring your own needs, if that makes sense, or not speaking up for yourself or standing up for yourself, even to him. So he wants you to have those boundaries up. He wants you to have self-love. He wants you to be open with him about when you're disappointed about something he does. Even though, maybe you love him and you feel bad for telling him, like he wants you to open up, when he does something wrong so that you can resolve it together and not keep it within. And he also expects you to open up to him when you're feeling certain emotions, to open up about your feelings so that he can be there to support you when you really need that emotional support, but also support around other things you need. Like he wants you to be open about the things you need as well and the things you expect as well. Like he wants you to not be too hard on yourself. That's his expectation of you, to be kind to yourself. Because we do see this Queen of Cups card. This woman is doing self-care in the bath. So that's something that's coming up here. We have the Queen of Wands showing up next with Tanzanite. And even with this lion roaring, it's like he wants you to be comfortable with being fierce and like showing that strength you have. Let's say somebody says something to you, he wants you to stand up for yourself, and even to him, that's what I see here. He also wants you to feel more confident within yourself and more comfortable with yourself, accept yourself the way you are. So we have the Knight of Wands with Opal. The one thing I see about him is he has this expectation for you to, take care of yourself and be beautiful, but not in a negative way. I don't know how to explain this. Spirit, please explain this to me because I'm like not understanding fully what this means. So he has this expectation of you to put in effort towards your appearance. Not necessarily that you have to get dressed up and do your makeup all the time and, whatever this is, but Spirit is showing me like just the little things where you are like taking care of you, because it shows that self-love and it shows that you care about yourself when you're doing those things for you. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that's bad or good, but I'm just seeing that as an expectation. So it's not like he wouldn't love you if you didn't put an effort towards the way you look, but it's sort of like he just has that expectation because he tries to make himself look good for you to be attracted to him. I'm seeing, for example, a man that goes to the gym and tries to be fit and healthy, not just so that you're attracted to him, but just so that he's also healthy. Like a man that's maybe more ambitious and wants you to sort of also go towards your goals and things like that and not give up your goals for him. Like he wants you to be fierce and independent in some way as well. So there's like a mix of traditional energies here and more independent energies where you two can be individuals outside of the connection. So maybe there's something here about like, I expect us to maybe motivate each other and go to the gym together and be healthy together and be attractive together. Like power couple energy I'm hearing. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hanged Man in the reverse. We have the Star with Moldavite. Okay, so this is green jasper, iolite, moldavite. Sometimes I forget to say the crystal name, sorry. So Knight of Pentacles reversed. He doesn't necessarily expect consistency, but he expects to be able to see over time that you do care. So with all these expectations, it's not like he expects that from you every single day, but for you to at least show up and show that you care about the little things he wants within the connection that would make him feel fulfilled. So with the Star here, it's also an expectation that he can trust you even when you're not together in the moment. So let's say you go out with your friends. He wants to know that he's able to trust you, that you're not going to go and do anything behind his back. And he also wants you both to have faith within each other, trust within each other, and the relationship, even when things go south or aren't going right. Like hopeful that you can change it over time. So that's something I see. Patience. So what are his expectations towards pile 1? King of Pentacles with Peridot. I don't know. I'm getting the vibe from this man. I feel like he's seeing love in a more traditional way. Like, I don't know. I'm getting that vibe. The world with turquoise, but then through that traditional way, he's gonna make sure he makes money and provides. I'm seeing more of that energy here. And he kind of has this expectation where he wants to give you the world, but he also wants you to reciprocate what he's giving to you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the same way, but just generosity in general. Like, if he's giving you a lot, he also expects some reciprocal energies where you're also giving to him. So let's say he pays for a date, he doesn't expect you to pay as well. Because I see him like wanting to spoil you through money and things like that, and gifts and taking you out, but also just showing you through his actions. But then I also see him expecting you to help him out in certain ways or to show him effort in certain ways, even if it's just expressing your love. So I think this is all I have for you, pile number 1. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And, if you want to, let me know down in the comments below. Do these expectations match up to what you want? And if they don't, yeah, let me know. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this red cat's eye heart and the Tower of the Devine, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what he expects from you. Okay, so please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well. So, spirit guides of pile number 2s, Spirit guides of pile number 2s. What are the expectations he has about pile number 2? What are the expectations he has about pile 2? We have the Ace of Wands showing up first. We have the Hierophant. We have the King of Swords. We also have the Ten of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So the first thing I'm seeing that he expects from you is loyalty. I feel like loyalty is a big thing for this person. Also, as I'm tapping into his energy, I feel like he expects you to sort of express to him what you desire within the connection. What makes you feel special? What makes you feel loved? He expects you to express that to him so that he has the knowledge in what to do to be able to please you. Because I'm hearing that song, Please Me Baby by Bruno Mars. So he also, he wants to please you, but he also wants that in return. But he also doesn't expect it from you fully, if you get what I mean. Because he wants you to be able to do it when you want to do it. It doesn't just have to be the bedroom type of things, but I hope you get what I mean. Let's say he really feels special when you do certain things for him, or when you give him compliments or give him gifts or tell him how you feel, whatever love language it is, he sort of expects to tell you about it and you to keep that knowledge in your mind and be thoughtful about it. Let's say it's his birthday and he's gonna receive a gift from you. He expects you to sort of take a mental note of everything he says he likes and he doesn't like, so that it's a thoughtful gift. You get what I mean? Not that he expects a gift from you, but I feel like he's very generous with you with the Six of Pentacles, and he also would like that in return, but I don't think he necessarily expects it in an entitled way. This man is not entitled. And I also see that he expects you to call him out on things that he's not doing right or that you don't like him to do, so that he can learn and grow from that and not do it again. So with a 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, I'm reading this as he expects you to give him constructive criticism when he's doing things wrong. Not for you to be mean or shout or anything like that, but to give criticism in a healthy and loving way. Okay? He also expects that, when he is generous and giving to you, that you appreciate it and not I don't want to say fight with him and want more, but that's kind of the way it's coming across. Not that you do that, but I don't know if that has been done to him before by people, where maybe he's given to them and then they don't appreciate it and it's not enough. So I don't know, that's coming up here. He also expects you to talk to him, when you need advice, because he values when you sort of come to him and ask him for advice or ask him for something, because he wants you to sort of look at him as he's smart and wise, and whenever you need something, he'll take care of it. He also expects you to have more of an emotional bond where you're not losing that emotional bond or fighting all the time. And even if you have your disagreements here and there, he expects that at least you can find a way to communicate, learn from that, and come back together again. I see that he also expects you to sort of give him compliments when he looks good, kind of energy like that is showing up. And for you to also tell him when you're excited about things. Like, let's say you had a really good day. Like, he wants to know every detail of your day. He wants to talk to you. He wants to communicate to you. Like, have a strong mental connection to you where you guys can talk to each other about anything. And, let's say you have a really bad day. Like, he wants to be your support, your pick me up, that kind of energy. I see an energy where he wants you both to sort of motivate each other and support each other when you don't feel your best. So let's say you're having a really bad day and you don't really feel like going to work, and he's like, you can do this, I believe in you, that type of energy. He expects it from you and vice versa. Like, he also wants to give that to you. The thing is, he wants to be generous with you and you to be generous with him, but he also doesn't want you to self-sacrifice or to give because it's expected. Like, he wants you to give out of the goodness of your heart, not just because it's expected. And like, he wants you to give in a way where you want to give, and it's not in a sense where it's an expectation and we're building up resentment because we don't really want to do it. You know what I mean? So that is something I see. I feel like he is more of a logical person, but he does have feelings. He doesn't always know the best way to express them at times. Like, he's learning to express his feelings more. So I feel like he expects both of you to maybe speak about your feelings more towards each other. Also have hard conversations that help the connection grow. So let's pull some more cards. He also expects you to be consistent and like showing up with the same energy. So not like giving one day and not giving the next day, if you get what I mean. So let's say you send him good morning texts every morning as an example. Like, he expects that to be fixed in place, like a sort of thing that happens every single day. So we have the King of Wands. We have Strength. And we have the Queen of Wands. So with these three card combinations, I basically see what I just said now. Like, he expects both of you to sort of complement each other and make each other feel good, motivate each other when you aren't feeling motivated, when you're both procrastinating or not feeling like doing something, like motivating each other. I see that type of energy, Also, supporting each other at your lowest moments, helping each other be strong in the lowest moments. So what else? The Five of Pentacles. Justice. So he wants you to be honest about your needs and your expectations. Like, when your needs aren't being met, he wants you to be honest about that. But approach it from a place of kindness and not fighting. I'm not saying you do, but this is just his expectation. And there's also something about him expecting you to not ignore each other in times of fights or conflict, but to speak to each other even if it's difficult. He expects you to feel confident in yourself and to do things for you that are best for you. But he also expects you to like sort of share your interests and your passions, even if you're not having the same interests. So let's just say you have completely different interests, but at least showing like excitement when the other person talks about it. That's the energy I see. 8 of Wands. Lots of fire energies in this pile. the Nine of Pentacles, also Taurus and Libra, and the Chariot as well as Cancer. Just extra confirmation, the Fool and the Nine of Wands. So he wants you to stick by his side even when things get tough. That's what I see with the Nine of Wands. For your connection to be so strong and unbreakable that nothing can come between it. He also wants you to for you to both have your own individuality outside of the connection and your own sense of freedom outside of the connection to sort of go towards your dreams and the things you want. Like, he doesn't want the connection to feel like a trap where it's like we're both self-sacrificing the things we actually want to please the other person. Like, he doesn't want that from you at all. But he expects that you two are able to, stick together even when things are hard and difficult, and to sort of see it as like, we can get through this challenge together. We can overcome this challenge together with the Chariot. He expects you both to be able to also move on from things that, like, to not stay stuck on things that are like in the past. So for example, let's say you had a fight 2 months ago, like, he doesn't want you to bring up that fight 2 months ago when you have another fight. Do you get what I mean? I'm just using that as an example, but to be able to move past things, move past conflicts, not hold on to grudges against each other or resentment against each other. But, if you do, then speaking about it, even if it's challenging. Like, he expects honesty from you with justice here. And I think honesty is something he really values. Like, he expects you to also have integrity and to be loyal, like I said before. He also wants you to be honest with him with the things you want. Like, he doesn't want to play a guessing game, if that makes sense. Like, he doesn't want to guess what you want. He wants you to tell him what you want. Like, be straightforward about it. Because he will give it to you if he can. He will try. That's what I'm seeing. And another thing I see is he doesn't want you to change yourself to please him. Like, again, there's this feeling of like he doesn't want you to self-sacrifice or change yourself to be the way maybe like you think he wants you to be. Like, he wants you to be yourself. The reason I say so is because the Little Mermaid's here in the Fool, and if you know the story, like, she turns into a human, and it is a really cute storyline, but I'm almost getting the message that, like, he doesn't want you to change yourself. Like, just imagine him as Prince Eric, and even if you're a man, like, doesn't matter the gender, but just imagine him as Prince Eric and like him loving you as the mermaid anyway, like not expecting you to change from mermaid form to human form. I hope that makes sense. And he also wants you to find like new things that you're sort of interested in. So like, let's say you find a new hobby, like, oh, I want to go do Pilates all of a sudden, or I want to go paint all of a sudden. Like, he wants you to go find those things that bring you joy, that light your soul on fire, that bring you passion. Like, he wants you to both have your own interests and hobbies, but maybe also have ones you're excited about together. I hear the word perseverance, like persevering through the difficult times in your connection. Not that he wants there to be difficult times, but there are sometimes challenges. And also, he wants like peace within the connection. He wants for you to feel happy, for him to feel happy and fulfilled. And also, I'm seeing something about him wanting to... He wants to create financial independence and financial freedom for himself so that, the both of you can feel like, okay, we want to go travel, we can afford it, you know what I mean? Or we want to go out on a night and dinner and we can afford it. So I guess it just depends what your situation is, but let's say you want to achieve certain things. He wants you to go after it and not like doubt yourself. He wants you to believe in yourself, your dreams, even if they're seeming very big. He wants you to believe in yourself. The Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Like, I literally see this message. He doesn't want to stop you from going towards your goals or the things you want. Like, he doesn't want to be controlling over you in any way. And with the Seven of Wands, Two of Wands, I'm kind of getting this vibe of like, again, let's say certain things happen in the past and he's trying to change that thing about him. He doesn't want you to bring it up. Like, I don't know why these things are coming up. Maybe there are things he's felt. If you've never done that, then maybe an ex did that, but I don't know what this is about, but it's coming up. So, yeah, it's like, even if we fall short at times, like we can change and grow, but he wants forgiveness in some sense, like for where he's fell short and for you to not sort of be resentful of each other. I don't know where this comes from. Maybe he grew up in a family where two parents resented each other and constantly like blamed each other. I don't know what it is, but this is what he expects. Yeah, I'm also seeing like fighting for your love when things get tough. So this is what I see here for you, pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Unakite crystal and the Light Seers Tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what expectations does he have about you. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So if you like tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well. So Spirit Guides of pile number 3s. Spirit Guides of pile number 3s, what expectations does he have about them? So we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Page of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. And the Five of Swords. Okay, so what is this, Spirit? I'm just trying to understand this energy. Okay, so one thing I see here is he expects love from you with the Lovers here, of course, but not just love in like ways of showing love, like through kisses, affection, hugs, or through telling him how you feel, or anything of the sort, whatever this is. Even if it's not just an expression of love, there's also something here about commitment and not changing your mind after committing. And like trusting him and him knowing he can trust you in return. Where you never ever find out about things about each other that would ruin the connection, right? Another thing I see here in regards to that is like he doesn't want you to worry about what he's doing. Like he wants you to fully trust him. Let's say he's at work the whole day. Like he doesn't want you to worry that, he's doing something behind your back, So that sense of trust is coming up quite strongly as an expectation that he has. Also, another thing I see is he doesn't want any of you to self-sabotage the connection. He wants both of you to grow. And, like when you bring things up to him, like I'd like change in this area. He also expects that he's able to come to you and be honest with you about about maybe what he wants change within you to be, but not for you to change yourself or your personality. But let's just say you're doing something and he doesn't like it, it hurts him, then he expects that he's able to come to you and be honest and open about that without any pushback. He also expects that, I don't know, I'm getting the vibe from this person. He's a type of person that has certain expectations, but doesn't necessarily communicate them. Like, he wants you to be able to do them independently without him telling you that's what he wants. Okay, I guess, but I guess it's also important to be open about it so that the other person can know. But anyhow, I also see here there is certain expectations around choices and decisions. So I guess for some of you it's different. For some of you it's like we're making choices together. For others of you it's like you can make choices independently without relying on me. So I guess it just depends on your person, because I see the Two of Swords popping out. So I'll just add it. Two of Swords. Also, the moon is popping out, so there's something about like not hiding things from each other or keeping secrets from each other, the moon and the star, which to me represents like trusting each other based off the context of what we spoke about. And, like telling each other the hidden things that you wouldn't usually tell everybody else. Like, let's say something really hurt you. Like, he wants you to be able to tell you for you to tell him about, the more emotional things too. Like the more vulnerable things that you don't always tell everybody. Like your pains, your traumas, the things that have hurt you. He expects both of you to sort of improve and progress in life. Make progress in life, not stay stuck in the same place. So I'm seeing an expectation as an example, like let's say he goes to work in the morning and you give him a kiss before work because, like you just want to express love, or let's say you aren't going to see each other for, a few days and you're saying goodbye to each other, like giving each other affection and love, or because you're not going to see each other, for a few days. Like it's giving me that type of vibe. So I guess I would be showing affection like when you leave and say goodbye, but also when you see each other again. I feel like he expects passion within your connection, a sense of like excitement within your connection. Like for you to both be excited about the little things, about growing together. Like I'm clairvoyantly seeing something like, let's say maybe you move in together and you're both excited about packing your bags and buying furniture and all those things. So it doesn't have to be that exactly, but also when it comes to like fulfilling your responsibilities on an individual level, like he wants both of you to feel passionate about what you do for work. That kind of energy where it doesn't feel like a job, where it doesn't feel like you're both coming home from work extremely stressed out and tired. I guess it just depends on your connection if you work or not, but for those that have careers, I'm seeing that. He also wants you to be independent and do like your own thing. Like let's say you want to do your own thing, go out with your friends, like he's okay with that. He wants you to be independent, where let's say you want to apply for a specific job, like he accepts that. Like he wants you to be able to be independent. Okay, what else? Knight of Cups. When I'm in this person's energy, I'm actually not getting that much. And it's not a bad thing. So what I'm basically sensing from this person is like he doesn't necessarily expect much. He mostly just expects you to meet the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't expect much from you. He just wants love from you. He just wants loyalty and commitment and for you to trust each other and for you to be happy. You know what I mean? So there aren't really much expectations on his side, but I'll try to see what else I can pick up on. So with the Knight of Cups, this is like romance, not letting the romance die or the connection become sort of like stale with the Four of Cups, where it's like you constantly show each other love and not forget to do that. And with the Five of Cups, it's like he doesn't want to one day feel disappointed 10 years down the line where it's like we don't kiss anymore, hold hands anymore, show affection anymore. So it's like it doesn't necessarily just have to be that, but he wants the romance to not die out. Okay, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, like he doesn't want to feel stuck in a sense like, oh, we used to do all these cute things for each other and we don't do it anymore. Like he wants that romance to stay alive. That's the best way to describe what I'm seeing here. We have the King of Wands showing up next. Two of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So what I'm basically seeing here as his expectation is that, you know, like you're both balanced in your efforts. You're both like giving effort to each other, where it's not like one person's giving more effort than the other. And that is his expectation. Like I said, his expectations are more so bare minimum things like loyalty, you know, you two only being with each other and not having other options open with Seven of Cups reverse. It's like more so bare minimum things that he expects. Okay, so he feels like he's not asking for too much. I think loyalty is a big thing for him and trust. I don't know why, but like I just see that's a big thing for him, a big expectation. Another thing I see here regarding his expectations is for you to always want to learn more about each other. So, you know, even if you're 10 years into the connection, we as humans are constantly growing and evolving. So it's like we should never stop learning about each other and being thoughtful towards each other, you know, taking note of what the other person likes. So with the King of Wands here, he does expect romance in a way from you, like for you to compliment him and tell him, you know, things you appreciate about him and to make him feel good about himself when he doesn't feel that great. I'm seeing that kind of energy to motivate him when he doesn't feel motivated. I think that came up in all three piles, but I'm seeing it with the Knight of Wands reverse and King of Wands. He doesn't want this to just be a good time that only lasts, you know, like a short amount of time. Like he wants your love to continuously grow into something more. Okay. Next we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and Death and Rebirth in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse, and Knight of Wands in the reverse. So the one thing he expects here is he doesn't want your connection, like I said, to lose that sense of romance. Like he wants it to be where you feel like you're meant to be in this connection together, where you feel passionate about this connection together. And even if it's not always passion and sunshine and rainbows, even if there are challenges, it's like he wants you to both still have that same love and not like grow bored of each other, if that makes sense, or just become like roommates where there's no love anymore or no bonding anymore. Do you get what I mean? So, even 10 years down the line, like he wants it to still feel like, we want to be together and we're not just staying in this because it's comfortable or because we've been together for so long. Like, he doesn't want you to both be in a connection and be like, oh, I'm just staying with this person because I've been with them for so long, but like we've fallen out of love with each other. Like, he doesn't want that. And that's a very important thing for him. The last thing I see here, like I said, he doesn't have that many expectations, so your reading's going to be a little bit shorter. So the last thing I see here is him expecting that you two are able to communicate like through the hardships. Let's say a challenge shows up within the connection. He doesn't want you to bite your tongue to keep the peace with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Like, he doesn't want that. He wants you to speak your truth. He wants you to be open about the difficult moments within your connection so that you can communicate in healthy ways. So there's something here about improving communication, compromise, and trying to get through challenges together and find solutions to them and not stay stuck on the same problem, So that is what I see here in your reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.